Hello everyone, my name is Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the top 100 scariest videos that I featured on my channel this year. So without further ado, let's begin. A video posted on January 25th, 2021 by the YouTube channel Haunting Jersey starts off normal enough as we watch a young girl playing around with her pet kitty, simply enjoying the day. It's a cute video as we watch the adorable animal being pet and showed some love, but unfortunately this wholesome video is about to take a seriously dark turn in just a moment. Let's watch.
You look so tired. I know. I know you're tired.
Out of nowhere, one of the dining chairs is pushed backwards, seemingly by nothing. The young girl is absolutely shocked at seeing this and can only stare at the chair in complete bewilderment. However, when the chair is pushed back even further, the girl proceeds to pick the kitty up and hurry out of there as fast as she possibly can before the video ends abruptly afterwards. To this day, it is still unknown what happened here. Was this some sort of ghost playing around with this family? If so, why? Or was it a hoax? It seems like we may never get a concrete answer. For the first couple of seconds of this video posted by this TikTok user on November 21st, 2022, we get to see some genuinely beautiful shots of the woods where the uploader is filming. However, this seemingly relaxing and gorgeous video soon takes a sinister turn. Take a look.
Oh, I could have sworn I seen somebody run through these woods just now. I live in a country. Not too many people know about this back here, but I'm telling you, I could have sworn I saw somebody. Oh my goodness. Hey, Zach. I could have sworn. See, Zach, there is a man over there. What? I'm not even playing. You need to go check it out. There is somebody over there.
I'll go check.
Hiding by our tree right now. I'm not even. Be careful. I just seen him over there by that tree, Zach. Zach, be careful. I'm not even playing. Zach, he's right there. But I'm telling you, I could have sworn I saw somebody. Oh my goodness. Hey, Zach. I could have sworn. See, Zach, there is a man over there. I'm not even playing.
Out of nowhere, a terrifying man can be seen hiding behind one of the trees far off in the distance, which causes the uploader to be freaked out, and you really can't blame her. She asks her significant other to go investigate, but the video cuts off before we can get an answer as to who or what is hiding behind that tree. Who was hiding behind the tree? And perhaps an even better question, why were they hiding behind the tree? Did this woman have a stalker? Anything is possible. Imagine you're just working in a basement, minding your own business, when suddenly something incredibly strange happens, causing you to question what it is that you just saw. That's exactly what happened to this particular guy one day. Posted to TikTok by a user named Johannes, he says that his friend was working away in a dark basement when all of a sudden this happened.
Unnskyld? Hører du meg? Hallo? Bro, hva faen?
Out of nowhere, a random creepy guy can be seen slowly walking toward the person with the camera, whistling an eerie tune. At one point in the video, The cameraman proceeds to ask the strange man some questions such as who he is, but the man does not reply. If you ask me, the videographer did a really good job keeping his calm, because I know for sure that a lot of people out there wouldn't be so cool and collected. What would you do if you found yourself in this situation? Imagine you head out to your local Walmart grocery store during the day to get some things for the house. Obviously not thinking anything of it, because why would you? Only to then realize later on that somebody followed you home from the store. That's the situation that this Reddit user found themselves in. They uploaded this video to the aptly titled Creepy Video subreddit and showcases doorbell camera footage of a creepy man walking up to their front door, acting strangely before then leaving. Take a look. A comment from the uploader reads, quote, "For anyone asking if you left something, no, there are windows on each side of the doors. Blinds were open but not all the way. He was most likely peeping into my house. I checked to make sure nothing was left and I couldn't find anything." End quote. I think most people would be truly horrified if this happened to them. Let's just all hope that this creepy man never returns to this Reddit user's house ever again. This security camera video was posted to Reddit half a year ago and starts off normally enough. We watch as a woman makes her way into this unidentified hotel, seemingly ready to go to her room and go to bed. However, as she is soon going to find out, it won't be that easy. The woman can be seen walking down the hotel corridor while playing around on her phone, when all of a sudden, this happens. A plant can be seen randomly tipping over, much to the confusion of the woman shown in the footage. But before the plant tips over, a shadowy figure can be seen for just a brief second. Finally, a blast of wind hits her face out of nowhere. She then bolts into a full-on sprint before the video shuts off abruptly. What could have possibly caused all of this to happen? There certainly didn't seem to be any strings attached to it anywhere, but maybe it was just hard to see. Let's just hope that this woman managed to have a good rest of her stay at the hotel and she didn't experience any more paranormal encounters. This next video was filmed on a trail camera, but it's unknown who the owner of the video is. The video itself is highly unnerving. The footage in question is trail cam footage, which appears to be relatively fine and normal at first, but in just a few seconds you will see that this particular piece of footage is anything but normal. Let's watch. As you can see, a strange, bony creature can be seen making its way across the area that the camera is recording. Many people who have seen this video believe it is a sighting of the Rake. For those who are unfamiliar, the Rake is a monster in the online horror fiction genre, creepypasta. It is depicted as an unusually tall, hairless, pale, humanoid creature who generally crouches or crawls on all fours. Do you think that this trail cam managed to capture authentic footage of the Rake, or is this something much less terrifying than we think? Let's hope that it's the latter. This final video was posted to YouTube on June 2nd, 2010 by a man named Andres Gonzalez. In the video, Andres writes, quote, "Sometimes I've heard noises at home, but I don't really care about it. But once, when I started to practice with my piano, strange things happened." End quote. He then goes on to insist that the footage is 100% real. Let's take a look at the video in question.
Hallo?
While playing around on his keyboard, he hears a strange noise that startles him immediately. What follows is scary noises inside of the house, as well as stuff being moved around. Even weirder, the television inside of his house turns on and off with lots of static before eventually a door slams shut seemingly all on its own. All of this happening in the span of just a few minutes. If this video is indeed real, then it's clear that Andres was, or perhaps still is, living inside of an extremely haunted house that he has hopefully moved out of since. This video is 13 years old, so let's hope that in that time he has been able to live peacefully. This next video was published to YouTube on August 8th, 2020 by a channel known as jbish26. And shows some seriously frightening and unsettling stuff that was captured on a Wise camera. In the description of the post, the uploader says that at the time of this video's recording, he was on vacation for 4 days in Oregon when he suddenly got this alert on his phone, saying that there was something detected on his camera. This is what the camera captured. I cannot even begin to imagine just how utterly terrified I would be upon checking my home security camera and seeing that on the footage. If you look carefully, in the footage you can make out what appears to be some sort of paranormal entity peeking around the room, seemingly trying to hide from the camera. The video eventually abruptly ends, leaving us all to wonder what in the world we just saw and whether or not the thing we saw was a ghost or not. Either way, I am genuinely curious as to what this homeowner did upon arriving back home from his trip. Let's hope that today he's doing a lot better and hopefully he moved into a new house. Sometimes people set up security cameras in their bedroom that are set to record when they go to bed for safety reasons. To be honest, it's something that more of us should probably invest in doing, as this horrifying video proves. The footage was uploaded to TikTok by a user named SomeDemon on July 27, 2022 and shows security camera footage of a woman enjoying a good night's sleep in the middle of the night. However, unfortunately for her, this peaceful and dreamy sleep is about to get rudely interrupted by something very, very evil. Out of nowhere, the young woman sits up out of bed in an unsettling manner before opening up her mouth as wide as possible before abruptly lying down again. I don't know about you, but this video reminded me a lot of Reagan in The Exorcist, who also gets possessed in bed and starts screaming. Do you think that this woman on this TikTok video really did get possessed, or was it just an example of really good acting? Either way, it will definitely stick with you. Are we really as safe as we think we are when we go to bed? Think about that before you turn the lights off tonight. When you get a notification on your Ring doorbell camera, you probably check it expecting to find someone and get an immediate answer as to who was at your door. Not so much in this instance. John Huddleston says that at around 11 PM, he got a notification on his Ring doorbell camera that a person was detected outside of his garage. The following video is that footage. Did you see it? A strange balloon can be seen floating around John's driveway for a few seconds, and then a little bit later, John's car seems to light up from the inside for no apparent reason. John is not exactly sure what was going on here and what happened, but it's probably safe to assume that he's been more than a little freaked out by this incident, and understandably so. This could obviously just be one big coincidence, but the timing of these two incidents certainly makes the footage a whole lot more eerie. What do you think was going on here? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below. Home security cameras are set up by homeowners in order to monitor the safety of their home. Usually, the worst thing you'll find on the camera is a potential burglar, but this homeowner managed to capture something potentially even worse. Take a look. The footage, which was filmed in the middle of the night, appears to be relatively normal at first. But if you pay close attention to the back of the car that's parked in the driveway, you should be able to see what appears to be some sort of strange figure lurking around. The figure appears to have long hair and is crawling around on all fours in a very disturbing manner. To this day, the TikTok user who published the video has no idea what this entity is, but we can only hope that it isn't anything supernatural or otherworldly. In this instance, it would be better if it was just some weirdo creeping around late at night. A couple of months ago, a Reddit user by the name of NoAdagio6743 posted this highly mysterious video online that has been the topic of much debate online whether or not it's real or fake. The video in question starts off relatively normal as we watch a blurry video taken by someone's cell phone camera in a boat, somewhere in Ontario, Canada. All seems to be going perfectly fine, but then this happens. At one point in the video, a mysterious entity that heavily resembles Bigfoot can be seen wandering around in the forest not too far off in the distance. But is it actually Bigfoot or is it something else? To this day, nobody is 100% sure. What do you think these boaters managed to film that day? Was that actually Bigfoot or something much less interesting like someone in a costume? A woman named Mandy took to TikTok to share this piece of security camera video that was recorded outside of her home. Take a good look at the shed to the left of the screen around the 6-second mark and see if you notice anything. As you can see, a hooded figure or perhaps a shadow person walks into frame. A separate video posted by Mandy shows yet another piece of security camera footage filmed outside of her home in the middle of the night. Take a good listen to this one. Some genuinely unnerving sounds can be heard coming from nearby, but as for what exactly they are, and as for who or what is making them, is anybody's guess. They definitely sound quite chilling though. Do you have any theories as to what was outside of Mandy's house these 2 nights? Let's just hope that whatever it was, it's gone now, and she can go back to living a peaceful life. This first video comes to us from the wildly popular Ghost subreddit and was posted by a user named Raj the Casbah. The video in question shows what appears to be an ordinary office workplace, but in just a few moments, this seemingly innocent video turns into something sinister. The footage seems to have been taken during the middle of the day during a busy hour, in which several employees can be seen huddled around a desk together, discussing something work-related. However, if you look carefully right about here, you should be able to make out something rather odd, to say the least. Take a look. Did you see it? If not, you're not alone, as many other commenters on Reddit said that they had to watch the video multiple times over in order to see what was so strange about this video. Right here, the drawer beneath the helmet on the left appears to open all by itself. The uploader of this video says that this office has had drawers and cabinets randomly open by themselves for years. So this isn't something new that's been going on at the OP's workplace. Let's just hope that whatever creepy spirit is roaming around this office will soon grow tired of the antics and float away to someplace else. This first video comes to us from the wildly popular Paranormal Encounters subreddit, from a user by the name of Prestigious Bad 1998, who posted this creepy video that has been the talk of the subreddit for the past little while. He says that his motion sensor usually picks up white orbs, but says that this particular piece of footage was quite different from the rest that he usually manages to film. Let's take a look and see for ourselves. Just looking at the short 5-second video once is enough to give you goosebumps. At first, it looks as though some black orb is making its way down the stairs, but with each passing second, the more eerily human whatever this thing is starts to look. Could this potentially be some sort of paranormal entity walking around this homeowner's house? If that's not the definitive answer, then what could it possibly be? Either way, I think it's safe to say that we're all hoping that this poor homeowner can soon go back to living his life in peace and quiet. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is widely known for making videos online, in which he explores a multitude of creepy and abandoned places in the world. And in this video published to his account on May 29th, 2023, he's heading out to an abandoned school known as the Robert Fulton School, located in Cleveland, Ohio. The school is over 90 years old. When Chris is shown walking around throughout the school, it's quite clear that the place has seen much better days. There is debris and rubble scattered absolutely everywhere. However, the first scare for Chris that night comes at around the 4.5-minute mark when he's exploring this creepy corridor area of the building. Take a look and have a listen.
God, this is crazy.
A strange, loud sound can be heard coming from somewhere inside of the building, but nevertheless, Chris presses on and continues with his investigation, which proves to be a mistake. At the 30-minute mark of the video, Chris comes across a door that has a sign taped to it that reads "Keep Out." Chris, however, does not listen and proceeds to open the door anyway. Then this happens.
Somebody lives in here. Somebody's been in here. Look at that. Somebody's been living in here. Somebody's in there. Holy shit. I'm out. I'm out of here.
An extremely loud voice can be heard screaming at Chris, which causes him to run away in fear. Who was this mysterious person? Was it a homeless person that was hiding out in the building? If not, then who? One thing's for sure, Chris won't want to come back to explore this place again anytime soon. This video from Reddit may only be a couple of seconds long, but it's absolutely sure to give you the chills. The post was made by a user named Menace to Sobriety, who shared the security camera footage on the internet. The video in question certainly appears to be fairly normal when you first take a look at it. We can see a girl laying down on her bed in the middle of the day as she plays around on her phone. However, in just a matter of seconds, this seemingly harmless video will pull the rug out from under you, and you'll see that sometimes, even being in the comfort of your own bed doesn't make you entirely safe. Out of nowhere, an unseen presence proceeds to move the girl's bed a couple of inches, which prompts the terrified girl to get off of the bed immediately and run out of the room as fast as she possibly can. Sadly, there aren't any bits of context that were left behind with this video for us to analyze and dissect, but even still, this is one creepy video that will surely make you pull the blankets up over your head tonight when you try to sleep. A Reddit user named Dreamcatched posted this video to the aforementioned High Strangeness subreddit and says that he was just mindlessly scrolling through some colleague's website before he eventually stumbled upon this creepy Instagram video. The video at first just appears to be some random video of a beach in the middle of the day. Kind of boring, right? Wrong. What initially appears to just be a standard video soon transforms into being a genuinely strange one.
Bruh.
As you can see, in the distance throughout the remainder of the video, we can see some sort of massive entity moving around in the water, before the video eventually cuts off abruptly. A lot of people seem to think that this is none other than a sea serpent, and judging by how it looks, I can definitely see why so many people are suspecting that. However, this also could have been a completely mundane object, such as a rogue net, a tree, or an oarfish. All explanations provided by commenters. But if you guys think you have a good explanation, I would love to hear it in the comments below, as always. A man on TikTok named Danny Moss, who's a TV presenter and paranormal investigator, runs an account known simply as The Paranormal Investigator, where he uploads clips of his various findings from ghost hunting. He definitely has plenty of creepy videos that are sure to make you want to sleep with the lights turned on, but there's one video in particular that certainly rises above the rest. The video starts off relatively normal as we watch a wall in a normal looking room, but in just a matter of seconds, this video is about to send shivers straight up your spine. Take a look.
Guys, watch this here. Oh my god.
Out of nowhere, a mysterious ghostly apparition seems to move across the wall, much to the shock and awe of Danny, who definitely seems more mesmerized than scared. Someone in the background even chimes in admiration for this piece of footage. This is definitely a short clip, but it's also one that is guaranteed to blow you away. That is, if you believe it to be real. Do you think this footage is authentic, or are you more of a skeptic in this case? Be sure to let me know your thoughts and theories. Do you remember the feeling you got when you went exploring around the woods and the outdoors with your family or friends? It's an exciting adventure for sure, but you probably didn't have anything creepy or disturbing happen to you. Unfortunately for the kids that are showcased in this video, they cannot say the same thing. This TikTok video posted by an account known as WV Paranormal uploaded this footage, which shows a few kids walking around in the woods in the middle of broad daylight, simply exploring. At first, it seems as if these kids are having fun, but that fun quickly turns to fear in the blink of an eye when this can be seen.
Keith! Get up here! Get away from him! Come on, guys! You okay?
Out of nowhere, a mysterious creature can be seen walking next to the young kids, causing them to run away in sheer panic and fear before the video proceeds to abruptly end. To this day, nobody is quite sure what exactly was captured on this video. Was it actually something paranormal following them, or was it all simply a hoax? What do you think it was? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below. This first entry centers on a man named Wade who has been experiencing some genuinely creepy stuff, as you're about to find out. He says in the beginning of the video that he has been hunkered down in his bedroom all day, with him and his baby and the family dog. He says that the dog has to go outside, so he's going to let her out, and figures that he can record something, and it's here in which we see what may be going on.
I figured I would just record the whole thing. Yeah, here we go. Let's go potty days. Nope. Nope. Go to the room. Go. Daisy. Go, 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 go.
The chair can be seen moving around all by itself, which could be a ghost. But a concerned commenter has suggested that it could actually be someone living in his house without his knowledge. In a second video, Wade says that he just woke up after hearing some scratching noises coming from his door. saying that he initially believed it to be his dog, but the dog is right there on the bed. Take a look at how the rest of the video unfolds.
Daisy, no, 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 no. Shh. You okay? Come on. Daisy, come on. Come on, 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 come on. Daisy, get in the car. Get in the car.
What could possibly be going on inside of Wade's house? Do you think that he may be getting targeted by some strange paranormal entity? Is somebody living in his house without his knowing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. A movie theater is supposed to be a fun place where you can sit down and unwind with an entertaining movie and forget all about your troubles for a couple of hours. But sometimes, as you're about to see, that's not always possible. A TikTok user known as Scariest posted the following video to his account. He says that he works at this movie theater, and he says that he has to check all the theaters at night as well as check the doors. He also says that he has to check behind the theater curtains to make sure nobody's living back there. While walking back to the area he started filming at, he ends up capturing something genuinely creepy. Take a look at the window and you should be able to see it.
You know, no one's back here. And then you just go and... What the fuck?
The second video that the TikToker uploaded shows him investigating the room in which he saw the figure. Take a look and see everything unfold.
I just saw somebody up here and it's the scariest shit I've ever seen, dude. I was just down here and I was back down there in that corner right there and I literally just can't. What the fuck?
There is a shadow figure behind the machine with the many bright yellow and green buttons in the back, which the uploader notices at the end of the video before it abruptly ends without warning. To this day, it is unknown as to what this figure was and why it was lurking around in this movie theater in the first place. The uploader says that he is contemplating quitting his job at this point, and who can blame him? The person who posted this video to their Reddit account, dated July 21st, 2019, says that they had just left to go to the water park for the day. He says that he only checked the footage because the motion sensor went off and triggered the alarm, which caused the security company to call. However, after checking the cameras and probably expecting to see nothing of interest, instead they saw this. The uploader says that he made sure to check around the house and see if anything was stolen, and thankfully discovered that nothing was. But still, this video has not been properly explained, which is quite strange to say the least. What do you guys think was going on in this house? Was there some kind of paranormal activity going on, or was it something far less sinister? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Imagine you're simply in your kitchen trying to cook yourself a meal when all of a sudden you hear some seriously strange banging and knocking noises coming from inside your attic. Obviously you would be quite freaked out because, well, who could possibly be in your attic? This is the situation that this TikTok user found themselves in one day, posting their experience to the internet. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the footage.
I have not been in that attic in months. Jeremy, get back. And every time I try to go shut it, I keep hearing this knocking sound. It doesn't seem to want to do it now, but like it's every time I go near it, it's not doing it. What the is that?
A lot of people in the comments seem to be convinced that there may be some stranger living in her attic, which would explain the knocking noises. To this day, however, nobody is sure of the definitive answer. And to be completely honest with you, it's hard for me to think about what would be worse: having your house be haunted by some creepy paranormal entity, or have someone be secretly living in your house. Either way, it's definitely reason enough to move out of your home ASAP. This first video comes to us from a TikTok user known as Motowens. On his page you can typically find videos of him riding around on a motorbike outside, enjoying his time in nature. That's exactly what this particular video seemed to be, just another casual upload from the TikToker. But as it turns out, this video ended up capturing something absolutely terrifying. The uploader can be seen traversing the woods, nothing out of the ordinary, when suddenly this can be heard.
Go this way. This is where most people would turn around. If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there. Could be missing out what's on the other side. Hello?
I was out of there.
Could be missing out what's on the other side. What's on the other side. Hello?
A mysterious voice somewhere in the area can be heard saying "hey" before it then says "help". Understandably, this startles the uploader, who can only stand in one place, utterly baffled. Eventually, he manages to bike his way out of there before anything could escalate, which was probably for the best. Who knows what kind of terrifying entity was awaiting him there? Could it have been that of a skinwalker? That's at least what the uploader suggests this could be. Or was it simply something easily explainable? I suppose we'll never know for sure. This scary TikTok video was published to an account belonging to a man named Tristan, who said that he was waiting for his wife to come home, who arrived just a few minutes after filming this. While filming, however, it turns out that Tristan managed to film something rather creepy that has since caused many viewers of this video to be completely creeped out. Take a look. This second video is also filmed in Tristan's house on a different day. He says that he started filming because he started to hear some strange noises coming from somewhere in the house. Let's take a look at the footage that he captured on the second video. There's clearly something strange going on with Tristan and his house, but what exactly it is not currently known. What do you make of all this? Do you think Tristan's house is being haunted by some strange, unseen spirit? Could it be a poltergeist, or is this just a hoax? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This Reddit user was at home just trying to use the bathroom in peace when he got a rude awakening from beyond. Take a look at the footage and be sure to turn your volume up.
Hello? Hello?
That definitely appears to be some sort of voice that says the uploader's name, and it definitely seems as if whoever said the man's name is coming from somewhere very far away, interestingly. The uploader also wrote, quote, "First, sorry for the mess. Second, I don't know how to make the audio clearer or turn my dog's claws on the hard floor down, so if you know how to do that, then that would be amazing." It doesn't sound like my name in the playback footage, but it sounded like my name. It took me a second to register what I heard because my fiancée was still another 20 minutes away from home. I'm 95% sure it wasn't my dogs, as you can see the one react and it doesn't sound like their whines. What do you think? End quote. If you have any theories as to what was going on in this video, please feel free to leave a comment below, because this is quite eerie indeed. I wouldn't want to hear my name called by an unknown entity next time I go to the bathroom. This next video was submitted to me by a viewer of mine who also sent along this email, which gives some context to the video, so let's have a read through and see what he says. Quote, "This video was filmed back in 2008 in a little town in Mexico called Coatzacoalcos. It was some sort of goodbye party as one of the guys in the band was going to move to another city. At that time, they did not notice anything. However, just last night, many of the guys in the video were hanging out having a couple of beers, and they decided to watch some old videos for old time's sake. And that's when they were horrified about whatever shows up in the video around 3:50. It's not there at the beginning of the video. Right now, all of them are still pretty uneasy about this because this is the first time in 15 years that they realize they might have filmed a ghost or something. The drummer says that he didn't see or feel anything then." End quote. So, with that context given to us, Let's now take a look at the video and make sure to pay super close attention to the TV here. Absolute nightmare fuel. It must have been so terrifying for those guys to see that horrifying discovery all those years later. The email continues onward from the viewer, reading, quote, "As you may imagine, the guys are trying to figure out what the heck that is, so they have started throwing some theories. One of them is obviously that the place is haunted. The other one, that is creepy as hell, is that it is the ghost of one friend that around 2003 committed suicide. The house in which that happened was just across the street. Since this was a goodbye party, maybe she wanted to say goodbye as well. I don't know what to think, but I'm pretty sure that the video has not been altered or something like that. It is weird. I have watched a lot of videos like this on the channel, but knowing the people involved makes it incredibly creepy." End quote. Do you guys have any theories as to what this person managed to record on camera here? Let me know in the comments below. This TikTok user named Darcy Adam was just enjoying his stay, relaxing and hanging around when he noticed something absolutely terrifying going on across the street from him that left him petrified. He explains that the house opposite his mom's is empty and has been up for sale for 6 months. However, it seems like it won't be getting sold anytime soon if the potential new homeowners see the following clip. As you can see, there's clearly something inside the house, almost looking like a ghost girl, but we obviously can't be sure. Is it just a girl standing there in a strangely eerie manner, or are we actually dealing with the paranormal? Of course, there are lots of possible different theories here, so I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that this was just a random person in the window, or was this a creepy paranormal entity that was roaming around? Either way, I pray for the person who moves into this place next. A TikTok video that was published on October 22nd, 2023 by a user by the name of Magical Poltergeist posted home security camera footage to his account that's sure to make you lose a bit of sleep tonight. In the footage, we watch as the uploader's wife sleepwalks down into the kitchen late at night. Kind of weird, but it's nothing out of the ordinary, right? Sleepwalking happens a lot to a ton of people. But as you're about to see, this is no ordinary sleepwalking incident, not even remotely. Take a look at what happens when the woman takes a seat at one of the kitchen chairs right about here. Three chairs can be seen moving randomly before an ominous shadow can be seen looming in the background. But that's not all. A couple of seconds later, and the woman is in for even more terrifying encounters with the unknown. At one point, something on the table moves right toward her abruptly, before a few seconds later, one of the doors in the house slams shut as the woman continues to sit down in the chair. I cannot begin to imagine how terrified this woman must have been upon waking up properly later on, only for her husband to show her this utterly bone-chilling piece of footage. How could you go about your day with the knowledge that you were so openly exposed to something so terrifying? Was this woman really sitting down with paranormal entities? Be sure to leave your theories in the comments below. Imagine you purchase a new house, excited to finally move in and enjoy the rest of your life in an exciting brand new environment. Most people would be thrilled to do this, but sadly, the same cannot be said about this TikTok user whose username is Ghost Club Paranormal. She says that at the time of the recording, it's the third day of her experiencing something creepy while all alone at her new house. The thing that's creeping her out is this strange rocking chair. While it definitely appears to just be any ordinary rocking chair, it shortly shows its true colors. Take a look.
Okay, I just had to go into the kitchen to get my phone, but I was just walking by this hallway. That chair is clearly broken by itself. I just heard a noise come from over there. There's no drafts, there's no fan. There's somebody here, can you make a banging noise for me? I heard a knock from the kitchen, but oh my god, it's nothing. No, I did not feel any draft.
How could this be possible unless somebody was rocking in the chair just moments before the woman started recording? She insists, however, that the video is 100% real and has no idea why or how the rocking chair is moving all on its own. The uploader even writes that she has saged, and it doesn't appear to have made any real difference, unfortunately. Let's just hope that the uploader will eventually be able to get to the bottom of this mystery and go back to living her life in peace. Otherwise, she might have to move out of her brand new home. This next video was posted to the wildly popular UFO subreddit by a user known as amedi94, who filmed the video at Disneyland, and it has been the topic of discussion online for some time now. The uploader took to the description to give us a bit of context before actually watching the video. They write, quote, "I took this video when I was at Disneyland last month. It popped up out of nowhere when the show at Small World started. It is interesting because during that show, they have tons of lasers/lights that beam up into the sky. I know it's not that insane of a video, just 3 lights pretty much, but the recent triangle video reminded me," end quote. Let's take a look at this video and see what exactly the uploader was able to capture that day.
I'm not the right person. You have to choose someone else. Choose someone else.
While it's impossible to decipher whether or not it's actually a UFO or something else, there's simply no denying that there is a triangular-shaped object, or at the very least 3 lights, floating around in the sky in this piece of footage. Usually, in UFO sighting pictures and videos, the floating object in question is almost always a round shape, like a disc. But this guy's video shows a UFO that's in the shape of a triangle, which has also happened quite a lot through the years. So what do you think about this video? Did this Reddit user really spot a UFO hovering around Disneyland at night? Was this something else entirely? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. A woman on TikTok by the username of Sam I Guess seems to be having experiences with strange entities from the beyond, as she said that she set up her phone in the kitchen to film for an hour. She probably didn't expect to actually catch anything on tape, but as it turns out, she actually did manage to record something truly creepy. Have a look at the back door. It only appears for about a second or so, but if you look just carefully enough, you should be able to see what appears to be an eerie ghostly apparition casually striding along before vanishing into thin air. A lot of people who have seen this video are commenting and asking her how she can comfortably live in that house with the knowledge that there are supernatural entities roaming the house, which is quite a good question. I know that most people would be moving out immediately. Imagine you're on a commercial aircraft, simply trying to enjoy your flight, only to discover later on that you were being followed in the air by a UFO. This Reddit video was filmed and posted by a user by the name of RedmanMatt11, who filmed the incident near LaGuardia in New York. Matt films the plane being trailed by the UFO as he and a few others can only stare up at the sky in complete awe of what's going on.
Are you kidding me? Hold on. Are you serious right now?
What is that?
It's getting closer to it. What the is that?
What are you looking at? There's a dot
The
following
plane,
that
there's a dot
plane.
following.
Everyone in the video seems to be freaked out by this incident, and it's certainly not hard to see why. What would you do if you found out that this plane was the plane that you were on? And this video also begs the question, has this ever happened before? Does this happen a lot more than we think it does? And if this really is a UFO trailing behind this plane, what does it want? Is it trying to stalk these people? These are the questions that'll keep you up at night. This first video comes to us from a TikTok user known as Johnny Grin, who posted the video to his account on January 13th, 2023. The footage in question may only be 9 seconds long, but it's a chilling 9 seconds that will leave you puzzled. The footage shows Johnny walking around the Appalachian Mountains late at night, all by himself, something that a lot of people would never have the courage or bravery to do, and understandably so. While wandering around the area, Johnny probably thought that all was going well, but that all changed rather quickly when he suddenly heard a terrifying noise somewhere nearby. Have a listen. A lot of people in the comment section are thinking the exact same thing. That noise sounded exactly like it was coming from some sort of skinwalker. Of course, nobody can confirm this for sure, but it is the most popular theory here. Do you guys have any other possible explanations for what Johnny could have heard while in the mountains that day? Was it real or fake? Assuming it was real, whatever was making that noise will hopefully keep Johnny away from these mountains late at night in the future. This video was published to the highly popular High Strangeness subreddit, which is essentially one big collection of all sorts of photos, videos and stories relating to the paranormal, UFOs, ancient cultures, cryptozoology, anomalies and other strange things. The footage in question was filmed on September 12, 2023 at 9 PM in Arizona. Providing some much needed context here, the uploader writes, quote, "I was drinking with my family. I felt my house vibrated and shook so hard. Lights flicker. So I decided to go outside to see what's going on, and then I was very fascinated by the thunderstorms going off simultaneously until I noticed something in the background." End quote. Let's have a look and see the footage for ourselves. As you can see, it definitely looks as though there is something extremely odd and confusing going on in the clouds. It's not the kind of thing you see every day, and I think that if we were to see this for ourselves in person, we would be even more scared. The uploader, however, has his opinions on it, writing, quote, "My honest opinion, looked like the clouds was taking turns, and if I show this other video, it looks like a battle." End quote. Were these UFOs flying around the sky that night or something else? This video is proof that sometimes even things happening up in the sky can be absolutely bone-chilling. This first video was uploaded to YouTube by a user named Antikraul, all the way back on February 10th, 2012. In the description of the video, the uploader explains that he managed to record a strange sound in Finland. In the footage, we watch as Antti is walking around outside with the camera when suddenly he hears the noise in question, and it is definitely quite bizarre to say the least. Have a listen.
Mistä vitusta toi tulee?
According to Antti, this eerie noise lasted for almost 10 minutes. He also states that his microphone quality is less than stellar, noting that the sound was significantly scarier in person as opposed to how it sounds on video. As for what exactly caused this noise, Antti himself is not even sure. One commenter said the following, quote, "If these noises were from down power lines, we would have heard them sometime in our lifetime before. I'm in my 40s, my husband in his 50s. Throughout every storm that we've ever encountered that's knocked down power lines, nothing even similar to this has been heard. Moreover, these sounds are being heard all over the world." End quote. The rest of the comment section corroborated this statement, many saying they'd also heard this sound at some point in their lives. So what do you think could have caused this highly unsettling sound? And perhaps just as important, what exactly is the sound? We will likely never know for sure. On September 26th, 2023, a TikTok user took to the platform to share a piece of home security camera footage of an event that happened in the house that absolutely terrified them, and understandably so. The video in question shows a woman sleeping on the couch before coughing to the point of awakening herself. She's then seen talking on the phone with somebody for a little while, but right about here, something utterly terrifying happens right behind her where she sits. Watch this.
Baby, what took you so long to answer? Dude, the house smells like literally like rotten egg. Like, It literally smells like he forgot to take the trash out or something. Like, I don't know what is going on, but this shit, like, I'm literally feel like I'm about to puke. I was just taking a nap, and the house smells disgusting. What the baby? The lights are flickering now, dude. Baby, stop! What the baby?
Just like something right out of a horror movie, a cross that's seen on the wall flips itself to be upside down. At the same time, the lights in the room begin to flicker in an unusual way. The uploader also says that, strangely enough, the house also apparently smelled like rotten eggs at the time of this incident. Let's just hope that they don't have to call an exorcist anytime soon. The following piece of footage was recorded on September 6, 2022 at 7:52 p.m. in Maury Point, Pacifica, California. The footage in question initially appears to be a beautiful video of the sunset, but in just a few moments, the video's true unsettling nature is about to be revealed. Did you see that? A mysterious orb-like object can be seen floating around the sky at random before the video eventually ends, leaving us all to wonder what exactly we just saw. A lot of people theorize that the object in question is none other than a UFO, which definitely seems to be a likely explanation, but if it's not a UFO, then what could this possibly be? I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this one, so be sure to let me know your thoughts. This first video, which was uploaded by a user with the alias Wolfhound227 and shared on the popular ghost subreddit, is likely to send shivers down your spine. The uploader writes, quote, "I went down into the basement of a church on my site and did some investigating there. I heard footsteps right above me moving in the direction of the altar. That was a fun night." End quote. Let's watch the footage together to find out what occurs, shall we?
You'll hear it again. Yep. Yep.
As you can hear, there are definitely some odd noises that sound like footsteps coming from above the uploader. These noises can be heard clearly, but the answers to the questions of why or how are not known at this time. Due to the fact that this footage is so cryptic, it is quite doubtful that we will ever figure out what is going on or why it happened. Let's just cross our fingers and hope that the next time this Reddit user investigates a location like this one, he practices the highest possible level of safety. A user by the name of Danny Ramirez uploaded the video that you will see below on TikTok. The video in question begins in a rather ordinary manner, as we witness Danny filming some forests that are located nearby. On the other hand, in just a few moments we are going to learn the reason why Danny was so enthralled with the woods on that particular evening. Raise the volume and give it a listen before proceeding.
What the absolute heck is it?
Our uploader is understandably more than a little bit freaked out by the sounds that can be heard emanating from the neighboring woods. which are exceedingly loud and frightening and seem like they are being made by a Bigfoot. There is of course no way to know for certain whether or not these noises were indeed produced by a Bigfoot or something much less ominous. Some people suggest it could perhaps be wolves. In either case, it provokes thought, and that much is certain. This first video comes to us from a YouTuber named Bailey Canterbury, and was published on YouTube on September 16th, 2008, and has been fascinating viewers ever since. The video at first seems to be completely normal. Bailey is shown recording the area he is in, Ford Theater in Berea, Kentucky, at around 6:30 to 7 p.m. We watch as he pans the camera across the stunning green trees when out of nowhere this appears.
Where the hell did that thing go? I had to be scared, dude. What the f is that thing? Do you see it?
No.
I hear the bushes moving. What the hell is that thing, man? Are you getting it on the camera?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Where'd it go?
It's behind those bushes, man. Look.
Oh shit.
Oh my
God.
What is that thing, man? I didn't know it was that f***ing big. It's not coming up here, is it?
No, I didn't think it recognized us, man. Calm down. Be quiet.
Is it doing eating? What's it doing, man?
Be quiet.
Oh, shit. What in the f*** is that thing? Is that a bear? What the f*** is that? Dude, we gotta get out of here.
Hold on, man. I don't think it doesn't even notice we're here.
Holy shit. What the f*** is that thing, man? Oh my god. Dude, I'm about to get out of here, man.
Let's go.
A large, tall and hairy creature can be seen walking across the screen, which has obviously got many people speculating that Bailey managed to capture authentic video footage of Bigfoot's existence. One believer said, "You can tell by the arms that this is not likely a human. Arms are very long, which is a key characteristic of a Sasquatch. Although I'm not 100% sure, it looks fairly legit. The emotions of the guy seem natural as well. Thought-provoking video clip to say the least." Of course, there are always other theories out there, but the Bigfoot one here is definitely the most widely believed among those who've seen the video. And it's not hard to see why, considering just how similar the creature in this video looks. What do you think this entity is? Do you think that Bailey actually recorded video proof of Bigfoot's existence, or is this something else altogether? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This next video was posted to the wildly popular UFO subreddit by a user known as InkMajor530, and it has been the topic of discussion online for the past 2 weeks now. In the description of the post, InkMajor provides us with a nice write-up that gives us all some much needed context. They write, quote, "On the evening of September 2nd, 2023, my friend and her husband witnessed 2 illuminated objects moving quickly throughout the sky. They said the first one moved so fast they couldn't get their phone out in time, but they were able to catch the second one."
It's turning around.
My initial thought was perhaps they were racing drones, as a buzzing can be heard in the background, but after talking with them in greater detail about what they witnessed, they said the objects were silent and that the noise was from the neighbor's kid riding his dirt bike. The noise doesn't match up with the speed or thrust of the object, so perhaps it could be something else. If anybody can enhance or do an analysis, it would be welcomed. Object appears to be at least 400 plus feet above and both illuminated a radiant white to a very light blue." End quote. A lot of people in the comment section are absolutely fascinated by the video footage, with many believing that the footage is 100% authentic and shows a legitimate UFO. Do you believe that this video is authentic or not? Be sure to tell me your answer and why in the comments below. A woman named Laura Combs posted this video to her TikTok account, where she writes a description that gives a little bit of context, stating, quote, "I woke up to my dogs jumping on me to see outside." End quote. Confused, Laura then decided to pull out her cell phone to start recording, because something that she heard was genuinely starting to freak her out. Take a listen for yourself.
Luna, come here. Sit, 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 sit. Come here. Can't see.
After the third knock is when Laura said she got incredibly scared, and who can blame her? It's definitely quite odd that all of these knocking noises were heard, and yet nobody was there. Who could possibly have been knocking? Nobody knows. And to make things worse, at the end of the video, a voice can be heard that truly startled Laura. Laura says that she is currently in contact with somebody to come and bless the house and surrounding area. Let's just all hope that does enough to ward off whatever strange visitor she's getting. A Reddit user says that he was simply trying to take some nice photographs inside of a field on a cold autumn day. All was going well. The man took the photos and proceeded to go on with the rest of his day. However, it wasn't until later on, when he actually stopped to look through the photos and truly analyze them, that he realized that he may have taken a genuinely terrifying picture. Look at this. Among the normal looking photos, one of them stands out immensely. In it, what appears to be an extraordinarily tiny person can be seen walking across the field in a strange manner. The upload also states that he has no idea who or what this could possibly be, but agrees that it definitely looks to be some sort of tiny person. It is quite an eerie photograph. Next time this Reddit user goes outside to do a mini photo shoot, he certainly is going to be on edge. The following piece of footage may be one of the oldest scary videos that you can find on YouTube, published to the platform by a user named Momaru0062 on July 17th, 2007. In the video, which was filmed in the Malaysian state of Sabah, we watch blurry footage of a group of guys hanging out in the middle of the night. Nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. However, in just a moment, we are about to see the true nature of this bone-chilling video. Let's take a look.
Jamane pasane pukul 4:05 minit. During lahat man. Durang ni buring bula. Ano siya taon niya? Ay, sipar! Buring eh.
Ako pun kahit masing, ako masing ako.
Ay, si Boy man na.
Dalam tidur.
Tidur pa lang si Boy ni. Buring eh.
Masing. Apa?
Buring.
Kalau dia skor. Oh. Sekali umut sila.
Ano ba? Masuk.
Okay.
Masuk siya, no. Masuk, Nur.
Relay wa.
Masuk dulu. Asta mo majal. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanallah. Masuk dulu, masuk. Mari kamu dulu. Asta bukan cali ni, bukan cali. Masuk dulu. Bukan cali ni. Asta. Bukan cali, cak kamu lihat dulu. Jangan dulu. Palui. Oh, dulu ke. Video kan coba.
Out of nowhere, the boys start to freak out upon noticing that there is something weird hanging around them. They believe it is a Pontianak, a mythological creature or ghost in Indonesia, Malaysia and Singapore. But strangely, even though the ghost seems to lurk around in the background for the entirety of the video, the boys only notice the alleged Pontianak about a minute into the video. The Pontianak, also sometimes referred to as Kuntilanak, usually takes the form of a pregnant woman who is unable to give birth to a child and is described as a long-haired woman dressed in white. What do you think? Was this simply a hoax? Or did these boys actually manage to capture authentic footage of the Pontianak? Or was this something else entirely? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. A user named TrainsLord posted the following clip to the Ghost subreddit. The uploader explains that he and his friend recorded this video a couple of years ago while they were high and never really looked at it afterward. He says that he was randomly scrolling through his photos and videos on his phone very recently and decided that he would finally watch the footage. What he saw terrified him.
The continuum of time. The continuum of time.
Did you see it? If you look just carefully enough, at around the 9-second mark, a terrifying figure can be seen peeking at the camera from behind the door. Who exactly could this be? Sadly, since the figure is only shown very briefly, it's quite difficult to make any clear features out. Let's just hope that these two friends aren't living in a house with an uninvited guest. A man on TikTok known as Win McPix posted the following video to his account in which he strongly advises his viewers that they should never answer to knocking noises. Let's show you exactly why.
So I don't know if you're going to see what I'm seeing, but this is on repeat. This happens over and over, and then the knocking happens. There it is, and it just goes and goes until you tell it to stop. Can you stop, please? I mean, it's just right there.
The knocking noises that Win McPix are hearing get increasingly louder by the second, causing him to ask the potential spirit to please stop, but of course, this doesn't work. But it's this part of the video that's scariest.
That's new. Okay. Whatever you are, you gotta go. And that's... Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Goodbye.
Is Win McPix dealing with some sort of shadow person? It's entirely possible based on the video we just watched, and it seems as if a lot of other commenters think so as well. However, there's also the possibility that this was just a visual effect. What do you think he's dealing with? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comment section down below. This next video, coming to us from a YouTube channel known as Ryandy74, posted on February 16th, 2008, is certainly quite the shaky and blurry video to say the least, but it's still quite an unsettling piece of footage to watch. In the video, some guys appear to just be going about their day and minding their own business at some camp located in Singapore. It's truly one of those videos that if you watched, you probably wouldn't think twice about it. However, it harbors a dark secret and shows something eerie. Take a look.
Okay lah, 1.3 megapixel lah. 1.3.
Ambil kau trade in lah ni.
Queens lah, Queens.
Jom.
Queens dah, malam.
Queens happening apa? Queens happening apa? Queens. Mari tempat Ma'arif. Banyak. Orang yang ada tempat Ma'arif, aku pergi lah.
Okey ke? Dia mahal lah. Mahal lah. Dia lain mahal. Old Hendrix.
At one point towards the end of the video, something odd appears behind the men. While it isn't definitive, most people who watch this video seem to believe that a Pocong appears behind the men. Pocong is a Javanese ghost that is said to be the soul of a dead person trapped in their shroud. Known in Indonesian as a kain kafan, the shroud is the prescribed length of cloth used in Muslim burials to wrap the body of the dead person. The dead body is covered in white fabric tied over the head, under the feet and on the neck. According to traditional beliefs, the soul of a dead person will stay on the earth for 40 days after the death. If the ties over the shroud are not released after 40 days, the body is said to jump out of the grave to warn people that the soul needs to be released. Once the ties are released, the soul will leave the earth permanently. Because of how traditional Indonesian burial shrouds look, Pocong have earned the nickname candy ghosts in the West. What do you think about this weird video? Do you think that these men really had an encounter with a Pocong, or did something else entirely different happen here? Las Vegas, Nevada is known to be extremely hot, busy and full of casinos and clubs no matter where you look. It's one of the most popular tourist places in the world for a reason. But if you're planning on going to Vegas anytime soon, you may want to think twice about visiting Sapphire Club, as the following videos will surely give you goosebumps. The videos in question were filmed on December 3rd, 2022 and seem to showcase something utterly terrifying outside. Take a look.
What the hell is this? Honestly, this is really strange. I mean, we're here every night. I've never seen anything like this.
That's the reflection of that light.
There seems to be some sort of strange UFO floating around the sky over the club, causing many to be confused and panicked. An article published by The Hill has thankfully put some people's fears at ease, however. A meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Las Vegas told KLAS that since the lights in the clouds did not appear to move and the temperature in the clouds was cold enough, there's a good chance what people saw this night was a phenomenon known as light pillars. If this is indeed the case, we can all relax knowing that Vegas is safe from otherworldly visitors. However, this only serves as a possible explanation, as even the experts aren't completely sure. This TikTok user named Win McPix posted a video to his account back on June 1st, 2023, in which he walks viewers around his house, which certainly seems to be quite haunted. Take a look at the footage and see all the strange activity that is going on around the house.
Go lie down. It's okay. Lie down. Stay. Been doing this all morning and I don't have time for this today. Stop. Hey buddy. I got too much going on. You gotta cut it out. Oh shit. Okay. I'm just gonna set it up. Paper towels. And we'll just let the phone roll. I asked you if you gotta go or you gotta go downstairs or something. Wherever you're gonna go, you gotta go. Calm down. He's okay. Please, not today. Just, holy cow. Little buddy.
When the brightness of the video is enhanced, a bizarre shadow figure can be seen throughout the footage multiple different times. Here are a few examples of this happening.
I asked you if you gotta go or you gotta go downstairs or something. Wherever you're gonna go, you gotta go. Calm down. He's okay. Please, not today. Just, holy cow. Little buddy.
Sadly, this video doesn't really have much context provided with it, so it's kind of difficult to dive deep into it as a result. Even still though, the footage is quite unnerving, and it makes you think. What would you do if you discovered that your house may be haunted? In this YouTube video posted by a channel known as Rock Line Do Not Cross on June 16th, 2012, a group of friends are driving around late at night in France, just trying to enjoy their night when they see something utterly startling. The footage initially appears to be relatively normal in nature, but that all changes within the blink of an eye. Take a look at the footage and see for yourself.
Et alors, super saxo chrono. Super saxo chrono. Oh, le trottoir. Ça marche. Ça, c'est de la puissance. Et on va faire. Eh, mec, c'est quoi ça? Quoi? Oh. Quoi? Eh, mec, c'est quoi ça? C'est quoi? Oh putain! Attends, fais demi-tour! Mais t'es malade! Oh putain! Attends, oh, mais ça se trouve, c'est quelqu'un! Ici. Ça se trouve, c'est quelqu'un! Waouh! C'est quoi ça? Non. Eh, mais elle est psychopathe, la gonzesse! Attends! Elle était dans le virage, elle. Ouais, elle était là. Wow, mais c'est pas. Ouais, elle est dans le chemin. Vas-y, viens, on va voir. Vas-y, viens, on va voir. Vas-y.
As they drive down the road in the middle of the night, they see a woman wearing a white dress standing on the road, which causes them to get extremely scared and they then panic. They then decide to turn the car around a moment later to see if the woman needs help, presumably, but when they turn around, they discover that the woman is no longer there and has seemingly vanished into thin air. Could this be the ghost of a woman who passed away on this very spot, or was it a hoax? To this day, this odd mystery has not been solved, and it's probably never going to be solved either. Sometimes the most terrifying things happen when we least expect them. This next video comes to us from a TikTok account known as Metaphysical Show, and it starts off with a man explaining that he has a piece of alleged paranormal footage that he describes as the creepiest he has ever seen in his life. He says that it happened in the woods that surrounds him, and he explains a bit of what happens in the video. The video in question might just prove that we aren't as alone as we would like to think we are in this world. Take a look. In a blink and you'll miss it moment, in the distance, a creepy apparition can be seen walking around in the forest at a casual pace, before it ultimately disappears from view entirely. This is a video that has been creeping people out ever since it got posted, but nobody has been able to properly explain what exactly is going on in the footage and whether or not it is authentic. What do you think? Do you think that this video showcases genuine paranormal activity happening in the middle of broad daylight? Or do you think that something else is at play here? This first video that comes to us today starts off with a chilling bang. The video in question was posted to TikTok by a user named Monikita Official on January 20th of this year and is terrifying. At the start of the video, a woman can be seen panicking and moving around, seemingly getting scared of something that's outside. The videographer then moves a bit closer to the window and passes the camera to the panicked woman. She films outside, and it's right then and there that we finally see what's scaring the woman so badly. Take a look.
¿Lo alcanzas a ver? Mira. ¿Qué es eso? ¡Ay! ¡Es el diablo! ¡Ay!
Way far off in the distance, a pair of glowing red eyes can be seen staring at the TikTok user, while she continuously screams in panic and fear before the video eventually ends abruptly, leaving us all to wonder what happened to this woman and her family afterward, and whether or not she called anyone for help. It's unclear as to what was staring back at this family with those terrifying red eyes, but it's definitely creepy, and I can only hope that she at least called the police to get them to come out there and investigate the area. That is, if the clip isn't a hoax. Let me know what you guys think. This next video is a YouTube short that comes to us from the channel known as Dee's Dark Adventures, and was published to her channel on October 25th of 2022. The video is quite eerie even though it is relatively short. Take a look and just wait to see what happens. In the description of the video, Dee provides a little bit more context to the whole thing by writing, quote, "A man was checking on his bees when he noticed this strange creature at the edge of his property and started recording it, then sent it to me by email," end quote. Other than that brief write-up, this video is relatively shrouded in mystery and nobody has been able to tell whether or not it's real or fake, and if it is real, what exactly was going on in the video. What was this creature and what did it want to do? Some believe it to be the mythical Goat Man due to its very clear horns. The Goat Man is often purported to roam the woods of Prince George's County, Maryland. There's also the famous Pope Lick monster, which is described as a goat man living underneath a railroad trestle bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. Many also believe it to simply be a person in a costume. But what do you think? Let's just hope that this man is doing okay now and hasn't had any additional visits from whatever this thing is. The person who posted this video on Reddit surely caused a lot of commenters to go wild when it comes to speculating what exactly it was that this unknown videographer managed to capture while on an airplane. In the description of the post, the uploader writes, quote, "I'm surprised I haven't seen this video on here yet, but then again this was just shared recently on Twitter. Do not know the original source, but it's getting a lot of attention and for good reason. In the 20-second clip you can see this thing pass by very close to the pilot. It's shiny metallic with an oval/triangular shape. Another thing that I noticed is the pilot seems to already be noticing and trying to capture another UAP, aka unidentified aerial phenomena. In the very beginning of the video you can see a small black dot, almost moving. As the camera tries to autofocus he loses it but keeps filming. That's when the main UAP flies by the pilot. So yeah, 2 UAP I believe." End quote. This video is definitely the kind that is sure to get the internet in a huge debate over what exactly is happening in the video. Does this video help prove the point that aliens exist and that they're visiting our planet? Or is this something easily explainable such as a balloon? I'll let you decide. This next video comes to us from a TikTok account known as Voided One, and is one of the most unsettling and heart-stopping videos that you will see in quite a long time, guaranteed. A woman named Odette Morales is riding around in the irrigation river channels in their local town to relax and cool off on a hot summer day along with her friends. In the video, we can hear a crowd of fellow riders screaming with joy while riding the smooth but exciting ride. But as you will soon see, this fun boating trip soon turns into an absolute nightmare in broad daylight. Odette's ride through the water is going well when all of a sudden we can see what looks to be a man swimming or floating closer and closer to Odette's boat ride before she eventually ends the video, more than likely so startled by what she just saw that she had to stop filming. It is worth noting that about 5 years prior to this video's upload date, a man allegedly died in this exact same canal as a result of drowning. So it begs the question, is this the spirit of the man coming back to haunt, or maybe just to warn off other potential riders? It looks like that may be the case. A Reddit user by the name of Light Surgery posted this truly creepy video online that has sparked quite the debate across the internet amongst a ton of passionate paranormal aficionados. To provide just a little bit of context, the uploader wrote, quote, "I just moved to a 1800s Victorian terrace house in London. The house is opposite back onto a cemetery. I just got a motion alert on my doorbell video and it had captured something that looks a bit strange to me." End quote. Very interesting. Now let's have a look and watch the video to see if we notice anything bizarre. The uploader continues writing, saying, quote, "It looks to me like a figure peering round the side of the house and then walking off, past the neighbor's car and onto the street. But it looks like a shadow rather than a person. Can anyone here suggest what this could be, if anything?" A lot of people in the comment section of the post cannot help but express just how freaked out they were after watching the footage, with one Reddit user writing, quote, "I haven't seen something that creepy since you first see the alien in the movie Signs, when it walks past the alley at the children's birthday party." End quote. I'm sure many of us were traumatized by that scene. This video is a couple of months old at this point, and it doesn't look as though the mystery has been solved, and like it or not, it probably never will be. A TikTok user named DarkSideOfKyle published the following 2 videos to his account and have been the subject of tons of discussion in the paranormal community online. In the first video, Kyle explains that he was moving into his new house supposedly alone, but then this happened. As you can see, some lights begin to flicker inside of Kyle's brand new house, and just a moment later, a door can be seen closing seemingly all by itself. When Kyle opens the door to investigate, he finds absolutely nothing.
What the F is going on? Things are going crazy now.
In the second video, Kyle is filming from behind this door, which can clearly be seen rattling around all by itself, which understandably freaks out the uploader. When he goes to investigate, he sees a hanging doll. What could possibly be going on inside Kyle's new house? Either way, it definitely seems like moving into this place was a big mistake. Not that he's to blame, because who can anticipate that the house you're about to move into is haunted? Let's hope Kyle can find a new place to live as soon as possible, or at the least find a way to live peacefully with these ghosts. This video was published to the highly popular High Strangeness subreddit, which is essentially one big collection of all sorts of photos, videos and stories relating to the paranormal, UFOs, ancient cultures, cryptozoology, anomalies and other strange things. The footage shows the uploader filming the sky above him late at night. That's all perfectly fine, right? Well, it turns out that he's not filming the sky just randomly. He is filming what he believes are UFOs.
UFOs? What the f? That's UFOs. What the f? Maybe they're gonna land. This is, what is this? This is crazy. The Martians. This is, I wonder if anyone else sees this shit. Babe, can you tell her to come here? Tell her to come here.
The strange lights that can be seen throughout the footage are definitely quite unnerving, and it's clear by watching the video that the uploader is freaked out by it and fascinated by it at the same time. Sadly, not much else is known about this particular video other than the fact that it was filmed in Delaware. Also, seeing as how this video is just a couple of days old at the time of uploading this video, there hasn't been any sort of explanation given to it yet. What do you guys think is going on here? Do you think that this video shows authentic proof of the existence of UFOs and therefore aliens? If not, what do you think these strange lights are? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below. The bathroom is designed as a haven for personal care, fostering a sense of safety and comfort. Its enclosed space offers a retreat from the outside world, allowing for relaxation and rejuvenation. The bathroom's functional layout, slip-resistant surfaces, and safety features like grab bars aim to prevent accidents, ensuring a secure environment. However, as you're about to see, not every bathroom is as peaceful and relaxing as what we would collectively like to think, as this TikTok user named Lean Rito found out the hard way. It's clear that the uploader was just trying to go to the bathroom when out of nowhere, he then got joined by a vicious, unseen presence. Take a look.
Otra vez el demonio que me está molestando de vuelta. Aquí está. ¿Quién sos? Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. No sos bienvenido, andate. Andate. Me tenés cansado, mostrate. No te voy a tener miedo. Andate de acá. ¿Quién sos? ¿Quién sos?
Throughout the duration of the video, we watch as the door handle to the bathroom wiggles around intensely, causing the man to fear for his own life. Thankfully, no harm was done to the man, and he was presumably fine after he stopped filming, but there's no telling just how much emotional damage was done to him when this incident occurred. Think about this video next time you go to the bathroom. Unfortunately, this next video from TikTok user DaddyGeo6969 doesn't really have any sort of context provided with it, so it's difficult to grasp exactly what the lead up to the video is. What we do know though is that the TikTok user went out to an abandoned farmhouse and was presumably trying to document his experiences inside, but something managed to scare him off before he even set foot near the property. In the video, we see him zooming in on something inside the farmhouse, something that startles him rather quickly. Take a look.
Yo, what the f is that? What the f is that? What the f is that?
In the window in the distance, we can see what appears to be some sort of massive shadow figure moving around in the farmhouse, much to the shock and awe of the uploader, who can only stand in place and talk out loud in fear. Thankfully, it seems as though this was enough to cause him to leave the area as soon as possible, because who knows what kind of horrors awaited him inside. Jim Hammer posted the following video to his Facebook profile, hoping that some of his friends would be able to help him explain what exactly it was he heard one day while out in the forest. In the video, Jim is walking around a patio, simply trying to make the most out of a nice autumn day when suddenly he hears some strange noises that chill his blood. Have a listen. The noises seem to occur every few seconds but can be heard remarkably loud. A lot of commenters don't seem too convinced that this was some sort of strange animal, but rather Bigfoot. Of course, it's impossible to know if it's Bigfoot for sure because we don't ever see anything in the video, we only hear things. But it's definitely a creepy thought that shouldn't be ruled out. This next piece of footage is another one that comes to us from the aforementioned High Strangeness subreddit, and is a doorbell camera video. This video doesn't show anybody walking up to the door and acting bizarrely, but instead something happening up in the sky. Take a look. The video, which was filmed somewhere in England, shows what appears to be some sort of triangle-shaped UFO flying around the area in the middle of the night before the video cuts off shortly after. Thankfully though, the video is long enough for us to get a decently good look at this creepy UFO, or whatever the heck it is. For those of you who don't believe in alien life, what do you think this strange light formation is? Imagine you are outside and you're walking up to your house, about to go inside and relax for the remainder of the day. It's something all of us do on a daily basis with no fear involved. Sadly though, this woman is never going to do this routine the same way ever again after what happened to her in this video. In the footage, we see her walking up to her front door, about to go inside with her baby. The woman successfully enters her home, but just a few moments later, this absolute creep walks right up to her front door and does this. Thankfully, the homeowner locked the door after she had entered her home, or else who knows what kind of awful things could have happened to the woman and her baby. This video will truly make you wonder just how safe you are out there in the world. It proves to us all that we are never 100% safe, even on our own front doorstep. We all know that kids can be absolutely adorable, especially our own, but sometimes they can be downright terrifying without having any intention of it, such as the case here. In this first video in a series of TikTok videos, this young kid seems to be having fun playing around in his room. The dad who uploaded the video to his account says that he heard the youngster whispering 5 minutes prior to this. The dad then asks the boy what he's doing, and it turns out he's drawing a picture on a chalkboard. But it's not just any ordinary picture. In fact, it's quite bone-chilling to say the least. Take a look.
Elliot, what are you doing? Oh, that's cool. What's that? What's that in the corner?
The man hanging.
Oh, why have you drawn that?
Because the man is hanging up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He annoys me at the night.
Why?
Because he does this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When the dad asks why he drew that, the kid alludes to the fact that there is a hanging ghost somewhere in his room. In the second video, the kid once again talks about the fact that there is a hanging ghost in his room, much to the bewilderment and horror of his father, who has no idea what is going on.
Elliot? What are you doing? Oh, really? Right. Is he crying? Yeah. Does he cry quite a lot?
Yeah, because he's got hair fever up there and he's up there
Okay.
in the corner.
Okay, thank you.
But he annoys me at the night because he keeps saying he always bangs on you.
Okay, thank you.
In the third video, the dad explains that he put a camera in the new bedroom. He says he put his son to bed, and then not long later, this happens. So, what do you think is going on here? Does this kid simply have a very interesting imaginary friend? Or is there really a hanging ghost in this room that he's friends with? Let's hope it's the former. This next video, published by a strangely titled TikTok user known as Stuck in a Fake Reality, is one of the most bizarre videos I've seen in a really long time, and is sure to give you the chills. In the video, the uploader is standing around by their front door, all while we can repeatedly hear a bunch of banging noises that don't seem to be going away anytime soon. While this is happening, you can also hear a woman's voice from the door, asking the uploader to let her in. Have a listen.
Gabe, it's your mother. You should come out.
Then what's your name then?
What's extremely creepy about this is the fact that this woman's voice is allegedly identical to the uploader's mom's. But that's just it. That's not their mom. As soon as the uploader gets close to the door, strange screaming noises can be heard coming from the other side, prompting many commenters to believe that perhaps this TikTok user is dealing with a skinwalker. What do you think is going on here? Is this actually a skinwalker, or could this possibly be something much less sinister? These next 3 videos are all coming from a TikTok user named Skateboard Chris, who seems to be going through quite the ordeal with the paranormal. Each video documents some truly scary things, so let's dive right into the first clip. At the start of the first video, he explains that a day before, he and his cousin pulled out a Ouija board and started messing around with it. Of course, as I'm sure you can imagine, that turned out to be a gigantic mistake. At first, all seems to be okay with Chris, but then things start to pick up from there. Listen to the bizarre noises that soon follow whenever Chris sets up his camera to record.
I heard it, but I didn't see it. I still hear it. You can hear that, can't you? I can. Sound like tapping. Everybody's like, oh, it's the hutch. It's the hutch.
Something that's also quite interesting to note is that one commenter wrote that he heard the words "get out" about 8 seconds after Chris said that he heard tapping noises. Listen closely. And obviously, a tripod falls over all by itself at some point. In the second video, Chris explains that he was moseying around the kitchen because he couldn't get to sleep, so he decided that he would clean some dishes so he could have something to do. But as he's about to find out, he can't even seem to do that in peace.
It's like the second time tonight.
He also explains that a little bit before this happened, he also heard the shower in his house running downstairs for an unspecified amount of time. Whatever this ghost is, it definitely seems to like water for some odd reason. The third and final video that we'll be looking at today from Skateboard Chris was seemingly filmed very late at night. At the start of the footage, we can see Chris talking to his dogs. He said he had the camera up because he was going to do a live stream, but ultimately decided not to as he was too tired. However, it's not too long later in which something very bizarre happens. The rest of the footage shows Chris trying to figure out what to do, obviously quite scared and worried. To this day, it's unclear as to what exactly Chris is dealing with, but it definitely seems quite serious. Was this really all the result of him and his cousin playing around with that Ouija board? If so, Chris is probably going to regret that decision for the rest of his life. This next video comes to us from a Reddit user who in this video is simply walking around outside in Picket Post, Arizona, together with their dad and sister, trying to enjoy their day and get some fresh air when they accidentally captured something genuinely terrifying on camera. The video was captured on January 22nd. What initially starts out as a normal walk around in nature quickly turns into something rather unnerving as it becomes clear that this Reddit user may not be so alone out in this area. Take a look.
Look at that. That's a UFO.
It's not a UFO.
That's a UFO.
Yeah, okay, have it come pick us up then.
It's not a UFO.
That's a UFO.
Dropping flares or some shit?
Look at
Oh shit!
It's gone!
Oh!
It may be hard to see, but if you look just close enough, you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of strange UFO-type object floating around up in the sky above. In fact, if you stabilize the footage, it would appear that there are actually two of them. The Reddit user provided the following description of the event. Quote, "My sister, dad and I were out hiking near Picket Post when one of us noticed something glimmering near the mountain, so we stopped to look at it. All I could really make out is that it was a small bright dot in the sky. It then dropped two flare-looking things, though my sister swears she counted at least 3, and then it instantly sped off. Up until that point, I thought it might have been a helicopter or a drone, as there's a lot of military/Air Force base stuff out here, but there's no effing way anything can accelerate that fast." End quote. Of course, as with any video such as this one, nobody can be 100% certain about what this is, but it is definitely something that shouldn't be outright brushed off without any further investigation. What could these weird floating objects possibly be if not something alien? Is there a perfectly mundane explanation to it? Let me know your theories in the comments below. A TikTok user named Foul Midden Outdoors posted a video to his account on November 6th, 2023, in which he is seen sitting in the middle of a forest and talking to the camera about a strange noise that he is hearing. He says that he was out in the forest in order to hunt some deer to provide some food for his family. All was going quite well until he heard the noise in question, which freaked him out quite a bit, and for good reason. Have a listen.
Hey guys. Well, I'm about a mile from the gifting rock right now. Starting to get dusk. It's about 35 degrees out. And I want you to listen to what I'm listening to out here. I want you to hear this. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can hear a little better. Just a minute. Like I said, I'm quite a long ways away from the gifting rock. So why are we hearing that out here? A mile away.
A lot of people in the comments seem to think that this is the horrifying noise of Bigfoot screaming. Sadly, we never once get to see exactly what is making that terrifyingly shrill sound, but it definitely doesn't sound like any human or animal we know. So what do you guys think? Is it possible that this guy was in the forest with Bigfoot himself? If that's the case, why was Bigfoot making such a horrible noise? Was he in pain or was something else going on? Be sure to let me know all of your theories in the comments below. Imagine you're going on a bicycle ride late at night, simply trying to enjoy your time, when all of a sudden you come across something that utterly chills you to the core. That's exactly what happened to this TikTok user named Jose Maria Rios Castillo in June of 2022. In the footage, we can see Jose riding his bike late at night when all seems to be going perfectly smoothly. However, That all changes rather quickly when he stumbles upon something quite unsettling. Did you see it? Just to the left, a spooky figure can be seen standing off to the side. At this, Jose simply continues to pedal on his bicycle instead of hopping off to do some further investigating. This is probably for the best, because who knows what kind of horrible things could have happened to him otherwise. Although it definitely gets you thinking, what in the world was that and what did it want? Be sure to leave any theories you have in the comments below. The following Reddit video was filmed at an undisclosed forest located in Honobia, Oklahoma. The footage in question shows someone walking around in the forest in the middle of the day with seemingly nothing out of the ordinary. However, if you look closely, you should be able to see something quite odd in the forest. A massive, tall and lanky creature can be seen lurking around the forest as the videographer proceeds to pan the camera around the forest slowly but surely. Unfortunately, because the creature is extremely shrouded in trees, we cannot ever get a totally clear view of the creature throughout the entire duration of the video, but we do get the occasional glimpse. Ever since this video's upload, many people seem to be convinced that the video in question shows proof of the existence of Bigfoot, and it definitely seems to fit the description, but how can we be certain? Sadly, we can't, but we can be believers if we choose to be. So do you believe that this video shows Bigfoot walking around in a forest in Oklahoma? Or is this something else entirely? I'll let you decide. A Reddit user by the name of EasyBiscuit19 was simply going out for a nice evening stroll, something that a lot of us like to do. There's just something different about the cold night air as opposed to walking in the afternoon. However, as this video goes to show, sometimes walking outside in the middle of the night can bring about some stuff that's utterly unexplainable. In the video, the uploader can be seen wandering around outside when, out of nowhere, he makes quite the shocking discovery that he cannot seem to get an explanation to. Let's watch. The incident, which happened at around 1 AM in East London, depicts several strange floating lights above the area, much to the shock and awe of the uploader. The lights definitely look to be alien in nature, but then again, anything is possible. Maybe it was just something else entirely different. However, the uploader is specifically asking for people's help on this case, hoping to get a definitive answer. So if you think you know what's going on in this video, be sure to leave a comment and let him know. This TikTok user recorded the video that you're about to watch on October 10th, 2020 at 10:10. The video in question shows the uploader recording outside his car window as the driver passes by various different buildings. The man filming the video can be heard being audibly freaked out about what he's looking at. But for a long while, we cannot see what it is. But if you look closely here, you can sort of make it out.
I can see it clear with my eyes, but I can't see it on the freaking camera.
It looks like a man walking, don't it? I see what?
Ooh, what is that?
Bro, that looks like somebody walking.
It looks like someone walking.
I see something.
Ooh, what is that?
Bro, that looks like somebody walking.
It looks like someone walking.
Is this a fucking glitch, my guy?
It looks like someone walking.
Bro, how?
It looks like someone's walking.
Is that a person running around in the sky? It sure looks like it, and that's exactly what the man filming the video thought it looked like as well. But surely that can't be, right? The uploader said that he initially thought it was just an extremely weird looking helicopter, but the longer he looked at it, he realized that it certainly wasn't any kind of helicopter. So it begs the question, what exactly did this TikToker manage to capture on camera that night? Is this proof that humanoids exist? It's quite a fascinating video to say the least. This next video comes to us from a TikTok user known as xalien97, who says that he works in security at this construction site. He says that these reels are extremely heavy to the point where you basically have to be unrealistically strong to move it. He says that a construction worker needed help, at which point another worker came to his assistance. The worker then proceeds to guide the other worker on where to move the reel to. When it was all done, he went around the reel to show his gratitude toward the other worker. But when he walked around to the other side of the reel, the worker was mysteriously gone. A bit later, in the office of the construction site, the worker who noticed the other one was no longer there, noticed that a picture of that man was present in a memorial collage in the office. It turned out that the man who helped the construction worker had been dead since 2015. This incident was captured on video here. Take a look. What would you do if you found out that a co-worker of yours who just helped you turned out to have been dead for the past 8 years? I don't know about you, but if that happened to me, I would be utterly convinced that I got transported all the way to the Twilight Zone. This series of videos were made by a user known as Elijah Matthews 101 and seems to document him wandering around in the middle of this forest in the middle of the night, which brings about some unforeseen consequences. At one point in the video, he can be seen walking around the forest trying to explore the area to the best of his ability. For the first little while, it doesn't seem as if he is going to find anything of interest, but that all changes rather quickly. Take a look.
It's 12:45. Bell's going off crazy. All of those screams you're hearing are animals. I know they are animals. Oh, it's... I have to go. But I got it on camera. I got stuff on camera. Okay, I'm going now.
In this second video, Elijah is making his way through the woods where it's just him surrounded by the all-encompassing darkness of the night. It's just Elijah and his flashlight versus the world. Unfortunately for him, he soon finds himself in for the scare of a lifetime.
Hello?
This last video sees Elijah stumbling across a tunnel in the woods, and he decides to make a bold decision to venture inside, which proves to be an absolutely gigantic mistake. Take a look at what happens when Elijah ventures in.
That I found in the woods at nighttime, so instead I'm just gonna throw something in there, like a stick. That I found in the woods at nighttime, so instead I'm just gonna throw something in there, like a stick.
He finds the tunnel where he thinks the creature lives, and you can hear a growl from inside, but he doesn't notice it himself. Then he hears the bells again, which doesn't make sense because he's deep in the woods, and there aren't any buildings near where he was.
Fun fact, that tunnel went for about 8 meters and then it just stopped. And I was walking home right now, reviewing the footage to see if I caught anything that I didn't quite see in the first time I caught the footage. Listen. Bells. There are no bell towers around me. Again, this happens all the time. I don't understand what it is. And at this point, I actually want to know. I'm desperate to find out what that is. Bell tower. No bell tower around here. There's literally nothing around here.
What do you think was going on in these videos? Did Elijah come across some sort of cult-like activity? Is the forest he entered perhaps haunted? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below. For whatever reason, hospitals give a lot of us the creeps. They are supposed to be places of comfort where patients go to get better, and by the time you leave, you are supposed to feel yourself again. But plenty of people find hospitals to be extremely eerie and uncomfortable. The following video by a TikTok user gives even more reason to be scared. The video in question follows a group of people as they make their way through this allegedly haunted ER. Throughout the video, we get a good look at the hospital, which looks to be in quite excellent shape, but what makes it so incredibly eerie is just how empty it all is. However, at around the 50-second mark, this happens.
Chloe just moved herself. What?
Oh. Oh, it's a doll. Oh. Yeah, it's just a little doll. It was training.
Oh, it's a train doll, yeah.
Put it here.
It's still weird though, you know.
It's weird. Nah, look at her.
That's weird.
A few minutes later, they are seen walking inside of a room which appears to be dark and grungy. If only they knew what was going to happen next.
I don't like this. Ooh. Oh! 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 The curtain moved!
No, it did.
Yeah, it did. It moved.
Shut up.
It moved. It moved. Yes, it did.
Why would
It did.
move?
How did you not see that? Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh! The curtain moved.
No, it did.
Yeah, it did. It moved.
Shut up.
It moved. It moved. Yes, it did.
Why would
It did.
move?
How did you not see that? Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Out of nowhere, the curtain in the room seems to move all on its own, and then a pen is thrown. To this day, nobody is exactly certain as to what was going on in this hospital that day. But the uploader states that he believes it could have been the ghost of a child who passed inside the room. Do you think this sounds like a plausible explanation for this situation? Whichever way you look at it, this video provides even more proof that hospitals are some of the creepiest places on earth. Hunting the Unknown is a very popular YouTube channel that focuses primarily on abandoned building exploration and paranormal investigation related content. It's safe to say that this video, which was published to that channel on February 12, 2023, is one of their most unnerving works to this day. Their other films in general have a sinister tone to them. The video in question shows the proprietor of the channel as he enters an abandoned and haunted house in the middle of the night, all by himself, which makes the situation 10 times worse. The investigation begins in a rather routine manner as we observe the uploader moving around inside of the residence, which has clearly seen better days. Our uploader had to make his way through a place that appears to be in complete disrepair, which more than likely had to be more than a little unpleasant to walk through. And I'm talking from experience. When this does occur though, at around the 11-minute mark, true panic begins to set in.
Whoa. What was that? Hello? Oh, hell, what the Oh, hell. Oh my God. What the
The uploader's electromagnetic field suddenly sparks, and shortly after that, a wheelchair is observed going about all by itself for some reason. Then, after waiting a few more minutes, he hears this when he is exploring a different part of the house.
Trash completely. Hello?
There is a little break of roughly 2 minutes before yet another eerie thing happens. Have a listen.
Anyone there?
It's possible to hear the spirit box say ghost, and then 1 second later, it's possible to see a cloaked figure within a room. However, the uploader did not witness this at the time that the tape was being made. He seems to catch a glimpse of a figure out of the corner of his eye, but by the time he turns around, the person is no longer there. What exactly do you believe was happening inside of this really eerie house? Was there truly a ghost there? Was the whole thing really an elaborate hoax? There is no way for us to know for certain. This highly unnerving video was published to the popular High Strangeness subreddit, which essentially specializes in hosting videos of some genuinely strange things caught on camera. The video in question was filmed on May 7th, 2020 at 10:30 PM and shows something rather fascinating yet unsettling. Take a good look at the water and just wait for it. A submerged object can be shown shooting straight out of the ocean in this video from Encinitas, California. Tons of people who have watched this video have been left totally baffled by it. What is this strange object that was in the video, and how did it fly right out of the ocean? There are a lot of confused internet browsers out there who have since been trying their best to make sense of this extremely weird piece of footage, but it seems as if nobody is quite sure how to piece this whole thing together. One commenter says that this could be a military drone launched from a pod that was released from a submarine. Another person said it could be a submarine-launched cruise missile. But this is just speculative. Most people seem to believe it to be something more unexplainable. It's likely that it's going to stay a mystery for a good long while. This final video is absolutely guaranteed to make you scratch your head in bewilderment and fascination. Take a look at the footage and see if you can make out what you're looking at. The video supposedly shows a tall grey alien walking away in a very slow manner as the cameraman freaks out, swearing. There are sounds of a helicopter lurking somewhere above. You can see the eyes and shape of the alien's face and even its arms as it walks away. I have attached the original and enhanced versions side by side, followed by close-ups. The uploader says that he came across this particular video in a random zipped folder from a UFO website. He says that he doesn't remember whether or not the website was ufoevidence.org or ufocasebook.com. Do you think that this video is authentic and shows proof that aliens exist in plain sight? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The following eerie video was uploaded to TikTok by a user by the name of Alexios. In the video, Alexios claimed to show the reason why he left his apartment. The video begins in a very typical manner, with the uploader focusing his camera on an object in his home that is located quite a distance away. Everything seems to be in order until the camera moves in as close as it can get, at which point we realize why Alexios is so afraid. Take a peek. This video is making no sense at all. What the heck is going on? It looks like a hand has a tight grip on the doorknob without moving at all. And while the camera zooms in, there appears to be two glowing eyes at the top. But what does any of this mean? There are a number of people in the comments area of this video who are similarly puzzled, and because of this, I am interested to hear if you have any hypotheses or thoughts. If you do, please be sure to mention it in the comments below. Although this next piece of footage is quite blurry, it's nevertheless an utterly bone-chilling clip that will give you the chills. The video was filmed all the way back in October of 2012. Before we get into the person who uploaded the video to YouTube giving some much needed context, let's first have a look at the video to see if we notice anything unsettling right off the bat. Now for the context. The uploader writes, quote, "This creepy real ghost tape was sent to us by an anonymous paranormal investigator who claims to have procured it from a young backpacker on holiday in Europe who caught this ghost on video when visiting a castle. The apparition does appear to be very distinct, but we are unsure of the location and unable to research any claims of supernatural activity in the area. It sure looks haunted to us though. A perfect place for a Ouija board session to raise a demon or invoke some scary paranormal activity." End quote. So what do you think? Do you believe that this eerie video actually shows ghostly activity happening, or do you think that this is something much less sinister? Be sure to let me know. A woman named Cassandra Joy uploaded this video to her TikTok account, which is filled with tons of creepy events. The video starts off with her explaining that she heard some strange knocking noises at her garden gate at 3 o'clock in the morning. Whereas most people would probably ignore it out of sheer fear, Cassandra gets out of her room and goes to investigate the noise. When she looks outside of her window, this is what she sees. Out of nowhere, as soon as she grabs her flashlight so she can see the outside of her yard better, an extremely loud knocking noise can be heard coming from her front door, as well as a creepy voice whispering hello, causing Cassandra to audibly gasp before the video abruptly shuts off. So what do you think could possibly be going on here? Is this poor innocent woman a victim of stalking? By the looks of it, all signs unfortunately point to the answer being yes. That is, if we're assuming this isn't staged. In the description of the post, Cassandra says that the police wouldn't help her, sadly, so let's just hope that she is eventually able to get the peace that she needs and deserves. This TikTok user named Ben Vesti is about to enter this eerie abandoned building in the middle of broad daylight. It looks to be in extremely rough shape, and it certainly looks quite creepy. Ben is probably wanting to enter the house to explore the area and see if he can spot anything out of the ordinary. Perhaps he wants to bump into some paranormal entities. Well, if he does, then he doesn't even need to go inside to see one, because little did he know, he already filmed one way before he even stepped one foot inside the creepy house. Take a look. As Ben pans the camera across the house from the outside, a terrifying ghostly apparition can be seen moving around in the house. Ben did not notice this at the time of the recording. When Ben goes inside to investigate the house, he doesn't come across anything weird. He probably went home that day disappointed that he didn't get any good footage, but he certainly had the scare of his life when he reviewed the clip later on. This next video was published to YouTube on November 5th, 2011 by a user known as Soccer1001A. In the opening of the video, he provides us with some context by writing the following. Quote, "It was late on the night of February 12th, 2011. I was home alone with my friend. We were outside playing basketball on ice when we heard a screech about 500 yards away. It kept getting closer. We glanced at each other, wondering what the heck that was. After about 30 seconds, about 100 yards in the distance, we could make out a very large, dark object walking towards us. We sprinted into my house, began to lock all the doors, and I picked up my iPhone to take a video of the screech the animal was making, but I got a little more than I expected." End quote. So with that out of the way, let's take a look and see what it was that the YouTuber was able to record.
Lock it. Now that caps off a crazy adventure.
Bet.
Did you?
Out your window.
He's coming in the house.
The uploader then says that he understandably did not stay at his house that night and left. He then says he returned back home the next morning, and this is what he found.
A dog-like creature peeked its nose out. Now I'm gonna see what it would have to stand on how tall it would have to be. Well, this is my height. There's the window. There's nothing it could have stood on. You know, that's weird, there's scratches on there. Well, anyways, it could have had a couple legs like this on these steps. But it would have to be about a foot taller than me in order for its head to peek out. Stating that the dog man would be, believe it or not, 7 foot tall on his hind legs.
According to the uploader, there have been other sightings of a similar creature in the woods by his house. A hunter on his property heard similar screeches a couple of days prior to this incident.
House or emergency, this is Kyle speaking. How can I help you? Hello?
Something just ran in front of us on the road. We're in the ditch. We rolled over.
How many people are in the car, and is anyone injured?
There's 2 of us. I don't think we have any injuries.
Is the car on its top or wheels or what?
No, it's kind of sitting on its side.
Hold one moment, please, while I contact emergency services.
Okay.
Okay, the state police should be on their way in a few minutes. Is everyone still okay?
Yeah, I think we're okay.
What ran in front of you? A deer?
I don't know what the hell it was, but it was big. It looked like a great big dog. Standing up.
Was it a bear, maybe?
Maybe, oh my God. Oh my God!
Sir? Hello? Are you still there? Sir?
It has been suggested that this could either be a dog man or a werewolf caught on camera, which would make this video even more terrifying. What do you think could be going on here? Is this video completely authentic, or could it be a hoax? Be sure to leave all of your ideas and theories in the comment section down below. Matthew Ball posted the following piece of footage to his YouTube account on March 4th, 2007, and was taken on a train that was going from Adelaide to Jacobs Creek in the middle of a nice sunny day. From what I could find on the internet, the location of this video seems to be somewhere in South Australia. In the video, we can see the outdoor scenery looking green and beautiful, but in just a second, we are about to be subjected to another sight, and it's anything but beautiful. Let's look. Did you see it? If you look carefully, you can make out what appears to be a strange, ghostly apparition walking across the train tracks before the video abruptly ends. Sadly, the video itself doesn't have much context provided to it, so we don't know certain details that would surely help to figure out whether or not this is real or fake. However, thanks to the comment section, some people have provided some more information. Quote, "The area of the Barossa train line near Roland Flat is notoriously haunted due to a train derailment in the late 1800s. There have been many stories of ghostly people crossing the tracks and causing further derailments. This could very well be one of the ghosts that haunts the train line." End quote. Another commenter said, quote, "I love this. My ancestors, great-grandparents times 5, lived in this exact area over 150 years ago and are buried at the Roland Flat Cemetery. My husband and I went looking for their old house in Steingarten Road, Roland Flat, in 2009, and we found the house of the brothers my relatives married all that time ago. And the person who was living in this house said the Schwarzkopf house on the other side of the dirt road was haunted and told us not to go in there. This is real." End quote. With that eerie backstory, it's no surprise many people believe this area to be haunted, and it makes the ghost sighting seen in this video all the more believable. So, is it real or fake? Either way, it's undeniably creepy. This TikTok user posted a video to his account saying that he was exploring Cabo San Lucas and managed to capture something on camera that is quite unsettling to say the least. Take a look at the video and see what you can make out of this. A strange man can be seen coming out of a cave in the distance, staring off into nowhere for a while, before he eventually recedes back into the cave that he came from at the start. The man in question appears to be quite tall and lanky while also being quite hairy. The uploader of this video is convinced that he managed to record videographic evidence of the existence of a Mexican Sasquatch. Do you think that the TikTok user managed to capture exactly that, or was this just some incredibly bizarre man living in a cave? Either way, it's definitely pretty strange. A YouTuber named Leo Tree posted the following video to his channel all the way back on May 15th, 2008. It may be quite a pixelated video, but it's heart-poundingly scary nonetheless. The footage in question shows a group of men wandering around a cave and filming their findings. When they first enter the cave at around the 25-second mark, nothing of note happens and it stays that way for a little while. The cave itself is quite eerie, but that's it. However, things start to change near the 2.5-minute mark, when the group of friends begin to hear some strange noises followed by something genuinely unthinkable. Have a listen and have a look.
Oddio regà, pure voi, quando entrai in grotta, non si sa, tanti posti belli che ci stanno, non
Vai avanti, via, così ripito meglio.
No, Alessio?
No, non fa coglione.
Pareva.
Merda, oh.
Cioè, regà, però non se ne incazzo.
Stanno piazze di mezzo metro. Solo.
Regà, porco dio.
No, dico io sto. Fa una certa impressione.
Sì, infatti, ma poi...
Lugubre.
È un po'?
Lugubre.
Lugubre, ok. Occhio, raga, c'è un po' da dentro. Porco dio, questo suono!
No, no, aspetta.
Aspetta, cazzo!
Ma che cazzo? No, porco dio, devo piegare, non ti piegare troppo.
Aspetta, aspetta. Raga, ma è scottivo. Oh! Una persona! Oh cazzo, porca troia! Una persona! Oh cazzo, porca troia!
First, the men hear some truly scary noises coming from somewhere nearby, but before they get a proper chance to dart their way out of there, a ghostly face can be seen. It's then that the men do everything in their power to get out of the cave. The video then abruptly ends, meaning that we do not really know what happened to the men after the video ended. Let's just hope that these men are holding up okay all these years later and are not still being haunted by this strange ghost. A Reddit user named BourbonLover88 posted the following clip online and said, quote, "My trail camera caught a figure moving left to right in this video. More contacts and photos in comments." End quote. Let's take a look at the video first and see what we can make out. By watching the video, we can tell that there is definitely something going on here, but it's hard to tell exactly what. A comment from the user states, quote, "I hunted top an abandoned coal mine that was in operation from the 1890s through the late 1940s. At different points throughout the mine's history, cave-ins, explosions, and other unfortunate incidents have killed dozens of men, many of whom still reside in the cave, as their bodies were in locations too dangerous for rescue. They simply sealed off those portions of the mine with cement and kept going. Crisscrossed across this property is old mining roads, one of which can be seen in the video. The figure seems to slow down when crossing the old road and then speed up again afterwards. I don't believe this is something on the lenses, as the figure moves behind the trees on the left side of the road and in front of the trees on the right. I also can make out what looks to be legs underneath the figure in certain positions of the video. So the freakiest part is this. I've placed a photo in this comment of my buddy, who is 5'9", in a similar spot as where the figure crosses the road. Comparing the two, the figure looks to be about 10 feet tall." End quote. In addition, BourbonLover88 stated that he believes this incident to be the result of a ghost, but he also wants to hear everyone else's thoughts. Here are two comparison shots, one taken during the day and the other while strolling through the woods. It is astounding to say the least that the uploader believes the spectral figure to be almost 10 feet tall as well. This is the stuff of nightmares. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill uploaded a video on January 20th, 2023, in which he ventured out to an extremely creepy abandoned school where he had quite a number of scares happen throughout the night. As he makes his way through the building, which is incredibly quiet and run down, he eventually hears some rather unnerving sounds and starts to see stuff that obviously freaks him out.
What is that? Oh shit. Do you hear that? Oh shit. Somebody's here.
As you can see, another person with a flashlight appears out of nowhere, only to then walk by Chris, who's understandably hiding. You can never know a stranger's intentions in a place like that. About 10 minutes or so later, Chris is recording himself walking into what appears to be the school's bathroom, and it's then which he gets a genuinely terrifying fright.
Holy shit! Oh, fuck. Somebody's in there. Oh, shit. Scared the fuck out of me. Oh, man. Fuck that. Oh, man. Hello? Oh, it's a f***ing toy. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me.
The second time he walks into the bathroom, he finds out that it's just a toy, as he refers to it. But the fact that the figure suddenly drops to the floor the moment he looks at it is honestly really strange. He is then shown walking down this long corridor when he begins to hear something strange coming from above.
He's walking this way. Listen. Alright, I'm gonna go this way.
It's not even a full minute later that Chris gets yet another scare coming his way.
Safe is still here. I wonder what's in it. Oh shit. He was standing right here. He's probably in this room. Hello?
It is truly unexplainable how that person or shadow could disappear right in front of Chris's eyes. Afterwards, it was nowhere to be seen either. But just as he's getting ready to call it a day, it seems as though whatever creepy spirits or entities are lurking inside of the school decided to give Chris one last scare for good measure.
This is crazy. I remember the last time I explored it. Oh shit. I remember the last time I explored it. Oh shit. Hello? Hello? What? Okay, I know I heard somebody coming down these stairs. I'm out.
It clearly sounded like someone was running down the stairs, but as you can see, there was no one there. Although Chris is clearly an experienced explorer, let's just hope for his own safety that he doesn't venture back to this creepy school for any further investigations. A Reddit user named Blonde in the Woods shared this absolutely chilling video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit. It's easily one of the most eerie videos you'll see in a while. The context of the story provided by the uploader goes as follows, quote, "My husband's best friend used to live in the house in the video. He caught some crazy orb ring camera videos and always felt something was in the house. He ended up getting a divorce and sold the house. A couple of months after the new owners moved in, an old neighbor got a hold of my husband's friend and told him that the new owners wanted to know if he had had any paranormal activity when he lived there. They sent him this video that they had caught in their living room, and he sent them his orb videos. The family was not at home when this video was captured. The family does have children, but again, no one was home. The couple who captured this video are getting a divorce, and the house is back on the market. To me, the child in this video looks and sounds like a little girl saying, "Help. Thoughts?" End quote. By watching the video, it definitely seems as though there's a small girl-like voice asking for help. However, because the video is so short and the voice isn't clearly identifiable, it can be hard to tell for sure. You can also see a figure pass by very quickly in the background. If this video does indeed depict a ghostly girl asking for help, we can only hope and pray that she did get some help, however she needed it. On February 16, 2007, a YouTube channel by the name of Strabambolo posted this eerie footage online, which showcases one of the most bafflingly bizarre and unsettling UFO cases of all time. Have a look. This footage has been around for some time. It was released in the US by researcher Paola Harris at the 36th Annual International MUFON Symposium in Denver, Colorado in 2005. Paola lives in Italy and was given a 4th-generation copy by an anonymous source who told her the video was recorded in Aviano, Italy, near the infamous Aviano Air Base, center of a UFO controversy. According to Paola Harris, the original videographer remains unknown and the object seems to be terrestrial in origin, more properly some kind of military prototype remote-controlled. The feature in which the disc disappears at the end raises questions for the Italian researchers, and Paola thinks the military may be involved. Paola Harris mentioned that this was clearly a flight test, since the videographer was in position focusing the camera where the disc appears initially. The object is not CGI. The footage was analyzed in Boulder, Colorado, and they concluded this was a physical object, most probably a remote-controlled prototype. The case still remains inconclusive. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. This final video was posted to TikTok by a man who goes by the username FoulMiddenOutdoors and seems to showcase something rather unsettling to say the very least. We featured a video of his in the past that depicted a strange creature in the woods outside his house. Throughout the duration of the video, the man is walking around his property outside, trying to get a good shot of the place. It's clear that something bad and sinister has been going on here for quite some time, and the uploader wants to prove it to his followers. Just when it seems like all is well, the uploader pans to this next side of his house, and that's when it can be seen. Take a look.
Well, she just woke me up again and said she heard it on the roof, and this time so did I, so you can get out there. have a look. Okay. Oh, damn. Holy shit. All right. Son of a bitch is one on the other side of the house. Oh. Oh. What the hell? Where'd it go? What is that? What the son of a... What's going on here? Oh my God.
A bizarre creature can be seen on the rooftop. It's hard to tell what the creature actually looks like because of the darkness, but something is certainly there. Later, a carcass can be seen on the roof, which was likely an animal killed by whatever the unknown creature terrorizing this man is. To this day, nobody is exactly sure what this TikTok user was able to film on the roof of his house that day, but it's safe to say that if this video is authentic, then he should definitely look into moving as soon as possible. The following piece of footage was posted to Reddit by a user who says the recording commenced in Hungary, Sobanka, on June 29, 2020. As of the recording of this video, the post has over 13,000 likes, which is mind-blowing in itself. The video is sure to leave you breathless. The footage in question shows the gorgeous nature of Hungary, but by looking in the sky, you should be able to make out something rather bizarre, which seems totally out of place with the rest of the scenery, that will make you scratch your head. Have a look. If you look at the footage when it is slowed down, you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of strange, cylindrical shaped UFO. Usually, UFOs are shaped like discs, but this one is drastically different. The following submission statement explains a few important key points. Quote, "The object is seen going behind clouds, low visibility. The object simmers a metallic surface, seamless, no signs of propulsion. The object is seen making multiple sharp turns at very high speed, instant acceleration or anti-gravity technology. The original uploader stated it made no sonic boom when it should be at the speed it is going. The object is roughly calculated to be going around 1,800 kilometers an hour." End quote. It's no wonder so many people are baffled by this piece of footage. One commenter said, quote, "This video is excellent. The object is large enough that the camera can track it into the clouds, and it has an interesting flight path. The sunlight reflecting on the object appears natural. Plus, the dull grey metallic color is consistent with other descriptions of UAP. Compelling." End quote. Of course, it is entirely possible that this is not a UFO, and this is someone's clever editing tricks at play here. But it is also entirely possible that this videographer was able to record authentic proof of aliens existing. Either way, it's a fascinating piece of footage. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. This TikTok user posted a video to their account on February 23rd, 2023 and shows them wandering around their haunted farm in the middle of the night. Just 10 seconds into the video, something freaky happens that is sure to send a shiver down your spine. Pay close attention to the windows here and see if you notice anything.
my fucking god, what the Oh my fucking god.
Did you see it? Out of nowhere, a strange shadow-like figure can be seen moving around in the window before ultimately disappearing. Definitely quite a creepy sight. Then, a little over a minute later, the uploader continues to film the outside of this building, and she once again manages to capture something quite freaky on camera. Let's have a look.
Holy shit, did you see that?
Another strange shadow figure can be seen moving around inside. Is this the shadow figure's way of warning this TikTok user not to enter, or else she will pay the price? Who knows? It's just a good thing the uploader didn't actually go near the shadow figure to find out. This TikTok video posted by Paranormal Vibes shows some people wandering around this allegedly abandoned house and exploring the area around it for a video to upload online. All seems to be going well when, at one point in the video, the group decides to have a look underneath the house. They are doing the most thorough investigation of the outdoors as they can, when all of a sudden, this happens.
So that's a 1958 Coke bottle, right? What is that? Oh, that's weird. Here. That is strange. You heard that, right, Dan?
Yes, I did. Not funny at all.
No, not cool. Not cool. I told you this place felt creepy. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So I hope you guys have...
Out of nowhere, extremely loud footsteps can be heard coming from above in the abandoned house, causing the men to panic and scurry their way out from underneath the house as fast as possible. They even proceed to have a look inside the house to see if they can pinpoint where the noise of footsteps was coming from, but they fail to do so, ultimately leaving with no answers. Let's just hope that if these guys come back for another investigation, that they are just as lucky as they were this time. This video was published to Reddit by a user known as PantyDinner2003 and follows a few friends who were outside in the middle of a warm and sunny day when something strange appears in the distance. Take a look.
Respond while we're watching them.
Alright.
How do you track them?
There's 2 more black dots. Cody.
How do you turn this on?
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick?
What the
What was that?
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it.
Respond while we're watching them.
Alright.
How do you track them?
There's 2 more black dots. Cody.
How do you turn this on?
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick?
What the
What was that?
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it.
The two notice this almost immediately and are absolutely blown away by the discovery. While most people would probably be more than a little freaked out upon seeing this, the friends instead seem to be quite thrilled by the discovery. One of the men even says that he believes it to be a skinwalker. Just by looking at the comment section of the video, a lot of people seem to agree that the likelihood of this being true is quite high. But what do you think about this highly mysterious and creepy video? Do you think that these two men actually managed to record genuine evidence of the existence of skinwalkers? Or was this something else entirely? I'll let you decide. In this video uploaded by the Paranormies, the group goes out to investigate this incredibly creepy house, which turned out to be one of their creepiest investigations to date. But first, a little backstory on the house. In November 1986, Winnipeg was hit by a severe snowstorm, and a man and a woman were trapped inside their home. The young woman became ill with an undiagnosed condition and worsened during the storm. Despite the man's efforts to give her medication, she eventually died in bed a few days later. During the time she was bedridden, the man kept hearing her voice as well as footsteps coming from different areas of the house. That obviously freaked the man out because the woman was bedridden and didn't move out of bed. And now back to the investigation. During the first several minutes of this investigation, nothing really interesting takes place, but around the 27-minute point, everything abruptly changes when this takes place.
You hear that? Paranormal! We are hearing...
It sounds like footsteps.
Sounds like footsteps, and right at that moment... It says paranormal. That's fucking footsteps. That light's on.
That door's shut.
You didn't shut this door?
I didn't shut that door. That's what that noise was too. Was that on? Why
No,
does it look like somebody's sitting in your bed? Somebody was sitting in the bed.
Somebody was. This bed was completely made. No wrinkles in the bed or anything.
Somebody's sitting in this bed too. These beds were flat.
The sound of ghostly footsteps can be heard coming from someplace in the area, and it appears that something is being tossed. After only 2 minutes, they see that the door to the room is now locked and that there are marks in the beds. After a certain amount of time has passed, the subsequent event frightens them.
Mama.
Like a fever? No, that's way too high. No one could possibly have a fever that high. Hello? Oh.
It said you're dead.
What are you doing?
It said this is a fine line. It said go with it.
Oh, and it feels like something's tugging on my shirt. He's up there. Who's up there? Yep. Let's go. I have my camera on it and the door fucking open.
This door can be seen closing on its own at random, and one can also hear scratching coming from the direction of the door. After little more than a minute, the door is unlocked and opened once more. A little over 10 minutes have passed, and the crew is still doing their investigation while moving as quickly and effectively as they can throughout the location. As this takes place, however, they will soon face more frightening situations.
Oh God. I don't like that.
You see anything?
It's oh my God. Did you hear that?
I just heard that. There was another noise.
It came from underneath us where we're standing right now. Right from where underneath us.
The basement is producing knocking sounds, and the Ouija board can be observed to be moving about in there. Then, while they're climbing the stairs, the Ouija board starts to move on its own. While this is taking place, the sounds of footsteps and knocking can be heard coming from the kitchen. Only 2 minutes will pass until the following event takes place.
Wait, what is that? That came from the basement. I'm going downstairs.
When he goes down to the basement, there's a sound of something being tossed down the steps into the basement before there is another sound. After that, the ovulus says, "I will flash the lights." At around the 1 hour and 17-minute mark, it turns the light on and off multiple times.
Okay, no way.
Do you have faith that this house is inhabited by ghosts? If this is the case, then the paranormal should be careful if they ever wish to make a return to this terrifying location. Hunting the Unknown uploaded video to YouTube a little over a week ago of him exploring a random Nautica location, which ended up being 10 times creepier than he could have ever anticipated. Just about 10 minutes into the video, while wandering around outside, something eerie can be heard in the distance that causes the uploader to look genuinely shocked. Take a listen.
What? I swear I want to scream.
A little bit later, something very similar happens as we follow our uploader as he makes his way around the area in the dead of night, when something bone-chilling is heard that freaks him right out.
It's a spooky place. I'm pretty sure I was in the car and knock on the door. What the f? I'm pretty sure I was in the car and knock on the door. What the f? It's time to drain my light, I'm not sure. Not sure.
But the really big scare comes last when the uploader is shining his flashlight around when he suddenly picks up this.
What is that? What the f is that? What the f? What the f? What the f?
A strange black-eyed child can be seen staring right at the uploader, which causes him to run away for dear life. According to Snopes.com, black-eyed children are mysterious creatures that resemble kids between the ages of 6 to 16. They only appear at night and usually show up at people's houses. But there have also been many stories of black-eyed children being spotted in haunted forests. One thing's for sure, we shouldn't expect to see this YouTuber venture back to this particular spot ever again, and really, it's hard to blame him. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is widely known for making videos of him exploring a ton of abandoned locations alone at night, and this next video is no exception. In it, Chris is exploring an extremely creepy abandoned street in the middle of the night. Just by watching only a few seconds of the video, it feels like something you'd see straight out of a horror movie, and the things that Chris encounters along the way certainly add to that. At around the 12-minute mark, Chris enters a disheveled and run-down church and hears something quite odd.
I could have swore I heard something. I think that's an animal.
Chris thinks that it's just an animal, but is it? After all, we live in quite a strange world, so anything is possible. Just a little bit later in the exploration, something rather creepy happens on the static cam. Have a look.
That's weird. What's upstairs? Oh shit.
Around the 30-minute mark of the video is where things start to get truly frightening, however. Take a look at what happens here while Chris is exploring this basement area of an abandoned house.
Still creepy. Sorry. I didn't know nobody lived there. Shit.
Before Chris is able to make a daring escape back to safety, however, he is in for one last scare. Although Chris is popular on the internet for exploring tons of various different abandoned buildings, it's safe to assume that he won't want to be going in this area again anytime soon.